peaceful and beautiful and physical and angry all at the same time.
Were you idiot, your mind would cave in and your heart would explode within your chest.
This is going to be a shame.
Here we go!
Away we go. The penultimate edition of Tall Can Audio for the calendar year 2025. Matt Robinson here with you as always. Rob will join me in just a second. Hope you have all been having a fantastic holiday season. If you missed it yesterday, we had a really fun conversation just sort of setting up what we would do with the Canadian Olympic men's hockey team. And I think, like most people, a lot of similar ideas. There's a bunch of guys who we all know are locks, but it's in those final few spots and what you would do with them and how you'd set them up that kind of makes the conversation interesting. So we engaged in that yesterday on the Tall Can Audio podcast. It's up now, tallcanaudio.com, or on whatever app you're hearing me right now. Go back and check that out if you happen to miss it yesterday. And on New Year's Eve, tomorrow, the annual Brew Marsh Awards, the Canadian Athlete of the Year, as selected by, us. Chris Hoffley, myself, Vanessa Sanchez, and Michaela Schreider. That's always a lot of fun. That will be our last show of the year. Kind of fun way, a little New Year's Eve party to wind down the year and put a bow on things for us around here. So hope you're looking forward to that one. I always look forward to that one and excited for you guys to all hear it. We did survive the ice storm. No power outage here in central Ontario, at least where I'm sitting. There is still snow and blowing and whatever else, so I'm not sure we're through it yet, but what was supposed to be the worst of it, we seemed to avoid. So that's good. On today's show, something we do reasonably often. Some years, most years we get into it. If not, it's because there's enough other things going on during the holiday season we don't have to, but I always think it's kind of a fun way to, again, something to do during the holiday season. So a lot of 2025 year in reviews, both sports and non. We'll dive into it, pop culture stuff, movie stuff, obviously sports stuff, and just have a pint and kind of look back at the year that was. So let's get into that right now. All right, I thought one of the things we could do here, a bit of a throwback, but, we've sort of weaved in and out of this over the years. Some of the most Googled, most searched terms of the year. And maybe one other thing that we used to do that's a bit of a throwback. We can get to that later. Should we have a pint?
I would like to have a pint.
We should have a pint.
I've been waiting, actually, for you to invite me.
Actually, could not have waited less. It's already open on that side of the table. What are you riding with over there?
But that's only because
that was out of consideration for me.
It was.
Yeah.
It was. And that happens
and I appreciate that.
Very rarely.
Yeah. What's the holiday season?
It is.
Yeah.
It is indeed. I am going with, I've never had anything from this brewery before. This is from Manitoulin.
Oh, yeah. I've had one or two from there. Mainly when I'm up at the cottage.
Yep.
And you stumble across things in their LCBO or their beer store.
Yeah. This is the Cup and Saucer English Ale.
Okay.
Have you had that?
The name sounds familiar. I can't recall if I've had it.
I think the Cup and Saucer is a trail on Manitoulin, which you've likely hiked.
I don't like to do that, but it's possible in my younger days.
Yeah. So anyways,
yeah.
It's 5%. I'm looking for something a little malty.
Okay.
But that's what I got going on over here. What do you got going on over there?
So this just happens to be day 9 from the Whippersnapper Brewing Company's Advent calendar. And it's not because we pre-recorded this show. I've actually come back from the cottage on Boxing Day to record with you, and this beer just happened to be left over. That's for sure what's happened.
That's a great thing.
That's dedication right there. But this is a cream ale-ish. I've spoken to the brewer. I called him on Christmas Day going, hey, tomorrow I'm going to record. I need you to get up from your fucking turkey dinner and tell me about this beer. Because it doesn't say on it that it's a stout or a porter or a brown or whatever. And he said he left that intentionally vague because there's a lot of things happening right now. 9%.
Ooh.
Yeah. For a Boxing Day where I like to be just feet up watching the world. Anyway, this is the maple sugar cookie cream ale. Again, cream ale-ish. He didn't put an exact label on it because he said this could have panned out in a few different ways. But 9% maple cookie cream ale, day 9 from the Whippersnapper. Now, the title here is he bound down the chimney, right, from the 'Twas the Night Before. Yeah. And it sort of seems like at 9%, it was more of a drunken stumble down the chimney. But that's all right.
A slide.
Involuntary, as it may be.
I'm finding this to be... Did not like it at all in the first poll.
Okay.
Second poll, strangely better.
We need people, it's similar to this show. Like, maybe you didn't love the first one. Stick around. We might grow on you a little bit.
Maybe you didn't like the first 1,500.
This will be the one.
This will be the one that catches you.
If you've stuck around for 1,500 and you're still here, it's sort of on you at this point.
God bless you.
God bless you for sure. I find the maple on this to be on the back end, to be sort of on the second half of the flavor there on your up front. Though you do get some sweetness. You get a little, not that maple isn't, but you get the cookie part up front, the sugar cookie. I find to be.
I love a Christmas sugar cookie. I'm not going to lie.
If only you could go back in time and drop by the Whippersnapper Brewing, because I think you also were intrigued by several weeks ago now. The stout I had on one of our Monday shows. It was an oatmeal stout with something in, and I believe you declared emphatically, "I'll be in to see you, Ian."
Yeah,
I now forget what was in the beer. So
yeah,
it was many beers ago.
I do recall that.
Yeah,
and there's a good chance that I will have done that.
That maybe that's happened.
Yeah.
Yes. This is, we've sort of talked about this before. The Google searches, the year-end trends, these sorts of things, and we'll sort of some of them I've grabbed the full list, some of them I've just been like, that's not interesting, and grabbed like 1 out of the top 10 or 3 out of the top 10, and we'll sort of go wherever this is going to go. The year of the word. The word of the year.
The year of the dog, the rat.
I've had 1 sip on this 9% beer. I can't do it.
The word of the year for 2025 is booty chug.
And 24, and 23, and 22.
And 26.
Yeah, exactly. God willing. Yeah. Rage bait.
Rage bait. Yes, okay, that makes some sense to me.
Well, this is what I was sort of wondering, as someone who is less terminally online than I am, whether you were familiar with the term.
I am indeed, absolutely.
Okay. So I think this is going to play into it, but it sort of comes out of clickbait, right? Where you see it no matter where you go now, whether it be articles or
lose 25 pounds by sitting on the couch.
Or on YouTube, it's like the real reason the Sens PK is struggling. And you're like, I don't know if it's struggling.
Yes, it is.
But you're just like, oh, TSN and whatever, they're only giving me the fake reason. This video will have the real reason.
Yeah.
And it's these sort, and you're just like, could you stop? And yet, now TSN, and I'm not trying to crap on, but major outlets do this now. CP24 is notorious for it. This is the reason the new, crosstown streetcar is delayed. And you're like, oh, I'm getting the good stuff now. I'm getting the real information here.
It says right there, real reason.
This is it. And so that's clickbait. Rage bait is designed to be intentionally provocative, be upsetting. And part of it is, and maybe there's no bigger part of it than engagement. If you're not familiar with how social media works, some of them are worse than others, but all of them are built on an algorithm. And if you get likes or comments telling you you're an idiot, or retweets, even if they're quote tweets saying, hey, this thing down here, that's stupid. That's engagement, right? Like those accounts are getting more and more views. And so it has sort of just gone from this place where social media people would get well known for being a little bit sensationalist, whether it was good or bad. We've now sort of zeroed in on, getting people really angry is the way to do this. And sometimes not on the first try, but like I see 17 different people quote tweet the same shitty headline, and now I've hit my breaking point, and I'll be like, all right, I ignored it the first 14 times, but this time I've got to say something. I've got to comment, and it works you up.
It's like the guy in the comment, and I'm trying to think what it was.
It's like the guy you're probably sitting across the table from, your brother.
Yeah. And so
he knows how to rage bait people.
Yeah, well, right there in a conversation. I can't even remember for the life of me what and it was in Twitter, and I was looking at the comments, and there's a guy in there who's like, yeah, well, your 19-year-old daughter should just do exactly what you say, and you should control all the women in your life. And you're like, that doesn't even seem like it's pertinent to the conversation. But then it shoots off. All these people are like, you're an idiot.
All the times you say you're an idiot, that guy's getting more engagement, more exposure.
And you're like, I'm just going to say the most provocative bullshit, and people are just going to be like, that guy, I hate that guy. And
so one of the things that's happened, Twitter has allowed you, if you pay, to be verified. It used to be on Twitter before that guy bought it, that verified meant that guy's verified. That's real. Bob McKenzie, this is the real Bob McKenzie, right? This is the real whatever you would follow. And they would dole those out over time based on credibility and the ability to contact, Bell Media or whatever and verify that is the real Bob. And then the new guy bought it, and it was just like, pay us $8 a month. We'll give you the verified check mark. You're like, oh, this can only go well. Once you're a part of that, you can be paid for engagement. So you've actually incentivized people to be over the top, right? It incentivized people to be insane just for, like, even if the people replying to you and quote tweeting you are telling you how stupid you are, it's more views. You're out there in front of more people. Another penny, another couple pennies
love
here.
Me or hate me. Do not be indifferent towards me.
Well, that's basically where we're at.
Yeah.
And there's now an industry out there of people who have deliberately created these posts to be provocative in that way. There's no interest in forwarding the discussion. It's just, how many people can I piss off right now? And it says this year, Oxford does, that use has tripled of that word online. And I wonder, there's no way to know, because this is just the way things online work, whether that's because more people have become exposed to the term and understand what's happening and that this is what's being done to them, or if it's because the amount of rage bait online has grown by 3 times this year, right? And trying to the people on the other side are like, this is a way to make some money.
It's like anything else, right? It's how much was it being used in the past at all?
Yes.
Like hardly at all, and then somebody's coined it and said that's what this is, and it just it's just sort of blown up.
Yeah. No, I suppose that's probably it. And it's probably a bit of both. We are more aware that it's a thing, and so are the people who create it, and it becomes more of a thing. There's some lists here, and we've done this before, and like I said off the top, we're not going to hit all of them in full, but I'll let you know when these are Canadian only and when they are worldwide searches. This one, the most Googled sports teams of 2025 worldwide.
Yeah.
You want to take a stab at any of the, or maybe you've already read some of these.
No, this part I did not.
Okay.
Although I did hear who number 3 was.
Yes.
But so that's all I know.
So hit us with that.
That's the Toronto Blue Jays.
Yeah, your Toronto Blue Jays at number 3.
But if I was to guess at number 1 or 2, I would. It's got to be a soccer team.
Both are soccer teams.
Yeah. So Barcelona.
No.
Okay. Let me think. Who signed somebody? Who knows?
This is exactly the approach you should be having. Yes. It's like what happened this year that put them in that spot.
Is it an MLS team? Is it Miami?
No.
It's not. That's where Messi
went? But I think he signed there in 24, technically.
Is it Vancouver?
No.
Okay. So wait.
These are worldwide.
Yes.
And so number 1 is PSG.
That's where I was going to go.
Okay. Well, we'll never know.
No, but in terms of that was my next one, and
They won their first. This is a huge club in European soccer that won their first ever Champions League. Number 2, because I don't think you're ever going to get it, is SL Benfica.
and zero chance. But is that a Portuguese team?
Portugal, yeah. I did not know that either until doing the research for this. But not only did they have a good year, they also signed Jose Mourinho to be their head coach, which, it's a big deal, though, apparently.
Yeah.
People outside of this studio thought that was worth looking into.
Former Real Madrid guy?
Could be, man. I read what I read. Beyond that, I got no...
And I didn't read what you read. So
filling out the top 10 here, we're not, like I said, some of these lists we're not going to go through here. The next couple are Indian cricket teams, which makes sense. There's some people in India. They make up a significant
and they're
portion.
passionate.
They love their cricket. But at 8, 9, and 10 are North American sports teams. You want to take a stab at any of these that might have made news this year? No, not the Dodgers.
North American sports teams that made...
And in the Big Four.
Okay. So how about Philadelphia Eagles?
No.
Kansas City Chiefs?
No.
Not Dodgers.
No.
No. How about no?
Okay. Number 8, your Oklahoma City Thunder win an NBA title. I imagine some of these searches, and we'll sort of move through this in a bunch of different areas. I think there's a lot of like, hey, who are they? Like,
Yeah.
A lot of the times you just search like, is this a thing I should know about? Or who's on that team? And it fits quite nicely at number 9, your Indiana Pacers. The NBA Finals this year. Yeah, I know, man. But I think that speaks to, like, instead of searching in 2025 the Kansas City Chiefs, they've been good for a long time.
Yeah.
So maybe you don't need to keep, or maybe you'd be searching Kelsey or Mahomes as opposed to.
Yeah.
So this is just internet, whatever. Number 10, though, is surprising. It is the Seattle Mariners. And I think some of this, one of the most searched terms of the year in the sports world.
Is Big Dumper?
Is Big Dumper.
Yeah.
Before the All-Star break this year, had never heard that term before. I don't know how long that's been his nickname. I don't know when it arrived for you, but I didn't know before the All-Star game this year.
It was before the All-Star game, but it was this season.
Yeah, because he is going off and 60 home runs and everything for a catcher. It's all incredible. But yeah, he becomes tied to that Seattle Mariners.
Well, and he was not happy with it initially.
The name?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, why would you want to, like, Big Dumper? That's what I'm going to go with?
Big Slugger? Anything? No? All right. I guess it's my big fat ass that's going to be tied to my...
That's going to get all the press. But honestly, T-shirts, he sort of warmed to it with all the press it got.
Well, for sure. At some point, you might as well lean into it. But I get it at first. Can we downplay this a little? Like,
But somewhere in there this year, it wasn't a search, but it certainly was... on the Google Assistant, I said, what is the metro population of Oklahoma City? Because I was just sort of, when that whole thing happened, I'm like, because not only does it seem like an NBA backwater.
Sure. And it was.
And it's not a huge city.
No.
It's so, in terms of competing, I was interested.
But since the day they got there, though, they punched above their weight, right? For the longest time.
Well, they produced a pile of
this is it.
Stars. Maybe not haven't stayed there, but have been traded off.
This is it. It's a lot of people who leave, but they've had some good teams. And like you said, based on good drafting, and now all of a sudden, you're staring down an NBA champion with an MVP caliber player, which may land on here.
And they still have a ton of picks from the last time they flipped out everybody. And
there was a few different trades they've made that have landed them picks that they wouldn't get themselves now, right? As champs, as top seeds, that they've got other people's picks as they bottom out. I think the Clippers, are a part of that. But interesting to see those 3 North American teams at the bottom behind some Indian cricket and obviously soccer at 1-2. I don't think anybody's shocked.
Well, and here I am going, really? Oklahoma City and Indiana and Seattle?
Right.
And everyone else is like, Toronto at 3?
This is exactly the thing, man. Like, that sort of, as I'm taking my notes on this, is dawning on me too. Like, I'm sure if you are watching in many parts of the U.S. or around the world and hearing about the World Series, like Toronto, I didn't even know. Isn't that an American league? Like, isn't that a
Yeah.
We're in here, baby. We're part of this.
Bye-bye.
One of the things I know you and I have both experienced before is sometimes you're like, what is Connor McDavid's? And you're looking for salary, but the first
Wife?
is wife or girlfriend
Yeah.
or like. So a lot of people type into Google questions as opposed to just terms or whatever. This is Canadian only. I have taken down the 3 most asked questions. We won't spend a ton of time. I don't know if you'll be able to.
Most asked questions of
In Canada on Google, not sports specific, just could be anything.
who is Mark Carney?
No, but he does come up later on in.
Okay. Why is Pierre Poilievre a dink?
I've asked that. Then I got over it. I'm like, why do people keep supporting him? Number 1 question asked in Canada in 2025, what time is the Blue Jays game?
Really?
And I sort of get that as the playoffs
Like,
went on.
Which game are we talking about?
Well, and this is it though. As you and I are sort of in that rhythm of like weeknight games, if you're at home, 7:00, 3:00 on Saturdays, 1:00 on Sundays, or
307
whatever.
and
Yeah,
107,
exactly.
not just to be exact.
Why is Rob a douche? That should be higher. I asked a lot this year.
No one's listening.
And no one knows the answer. But throughout the playoffs, if you were like, you'd end up at 407 because it was Seattle and the other series had LA. In the World Series, sometimes it was 8:00, sometimes it was 8:30. The Yankees had a little bit of that. The spike, and throughout these questions that we're talking about, the Blue Jays ruined everything. Like, you have a baseball market of 40 million people. Not all of them tuned in, but suddenly a lot of them tuned in. And that'll be a thing as we move through here. But they sort of threw off the... so it wasn't an unreasonable...
No.
And I don't know that I asked Google necessarily and typed it in, but I'm sure there were different times throughout the playoffs I asked my smart speaker, when's the Blue Jays game today, right? Like,
Well, see, and I always, if I'm walking through the living room, I'll go, hey, blankety blank, when do the Toronto Maple Leafs play? Right, and so it'll say their next game is tonight at 7. Right, so it's that's how I always phrase it. I don't. To me, it's when's their next game? When is the next game?
There are some topics here that I think you might have a better handle on than me based on the people in your home. But the second most asked question in Canada this year is, what does 6-7 mean?
Oh.
I, to this day, don't know that it means anything.
But nobody knows. It doesn't mean anything.
The kids might know, Rob.
No, it really doesn't. And you can, I swear to you, Matt, I swear to you, and I have a couple of them in my life. You could ask 4 different kids, teenagers.
Yes.
And they'll give you 4 different answers as to what it really is.
Well, as recently as the second week of December, I sent a note to my niece, who's 13, and said, hey, the Chiefs just lost. I know you don't really care, but Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift and whatever else. I said, it puts their record at 6-7.
6-7.
That's 6-7. And then at the end, I was like, is that a thing? Did I do a thing? She replied, because that was a voice note. And she replied, she's like, way to go, Uncle Matt, 6-7. Yeah, like she might be over it already, but it's 9 months later and I'm just catching on to it. So
that's what somebody said the other day. That's over. That's not a thing anymore. 6-7.
But that was the second most, and I'm surprised it wasn't. It speaks to the popularity of the Blue Jays this fall. That what is 6-7 finish second? Because it feels like a big question. This one
with the hand gesture on either side,
sure,
too, right? 6-7.
How do the tariffs work? Was the third most asked question.
Well, and how many?
Fair enough.
For sure, both sides. People like who? Because I think Trump is actually also googling that.
He may have boosted this himself.
Because he's like,
do tariffs make people vote for you?
Other people pay. Yeah, but which other people? In the case of...
Turns out it's your own farmers.
It's your people.
Yeah.
You're hurting and us, but it's what you're doing.
Yeah.
You do not know how tariffs work.
No, I don't think he does to this day.
No, to this day, for sure.
The most searched
But I did see that FIFA gave him a Tariff Award.
Sure. It's a real thing.
Tariff Man of the Year.
When I was younger, and some of my younger cousins would bother me while I was playing like NHL 97 on Sega Genesis.
Yeah,
I'm like, can I
course.
play it too? Like,
No.
you'd give them the second controller, but still keep it on one player. And they're like, yeah, no, you're the white team. No, you're doing awesome over there. Just keep doing. That's what this award was. It's like, yeah, no, this is the peace award. It's fine. Like, you wear that. No one's gonna laugh at you. It's all gonna be great, man. You just,
Although if you dance more like you're doing, I can't.
oh my god,
I can't vouch for who's going to make fun of you.
there was some serious
Everybody.
at the FIFA draw rolling of the eyes between Scheinbaum and Carney while he's up dancing and they're not. The fucking Village People in 2025 performing live. I'm a little surprising. The number one question asked on Google wasn't just what the fuck, like.
Yeah, forget about the 6-7. It's WTF.
The top searched news events in Canada. This is, again, Canadian only.
Okay. Does the Pope make it into this?
The Pope does not make it into the... number 6, new Pope. It was
Okay.
a searched term.
New Pope, question mark?
American baseball fan. He's a White Sox guy. He should know there's no God by now.
Yeah, for sure.
Sorry, that was upsetting during the holiday season.
Yes,
but
man, oh man.
if anyone has a right to question God,
Well, yeah, I guess that's true. That's true. It's been a long time since Frank Thomas, the big hurt.
I have all 10 of the top 10 on this one. Just if you want to take a stab at anything else.
So, but tariffs have to be in this?
Tariffs is in this, down at number 8 here.
Oh, really? So Blue Jays, obviously.
Blue Jays is number 1 news item in Canada this year.
Yeah. So is Trudeau and Katy Perry in here?
So 9 is Trudeau resign.
Okay.
Now, it doesn't say resigns. So was that like a carryover of the hashtag? And this happened very early in the year.
Trudeau resign.
Yeah, like telling him to. But yes, that is on the list.
Okay. So election.
Canadian elections is at number 2.
Okay. All right.
I'm encouraged by that, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
People are engaging, trying to learn
So
things.
I've got 1 and 2.
Yeah, 1 Blue Jays, 2.
Federal election.
Yes.
Okay. What else you got?
Number 3 is Iran, just the term Iran. And it was, especially earlier in the year, a little turbulent.
Bunkers and underground nuclear
Can we hit some nuclear facilities?
and all these sorts of things.
Number 4, LA fires. It's hard to remember that was this year.
Well, that's every year.
I guess, but this like burned down
Yeah,
where
it's-
rich people live, so now we have to care
we do
more.
care. Yes,
yeah,
that's true. But this is Canadian, so I just that's not where my mind would have went.
No, and that's fair. These aren't all Canadian topics, but it Googled in Canada.
Well, there was the drone that hit that Canadian water bomber. Do you remember that?
Yes, I do.
Some dink with a drone. Like, hello, 2025. That's the
Honest
most
to God.
2025 thing.
I'm going to create a great Instagram reel and take down a bomber in the fucking
Who's
process.
actually trying to keep my house from burning down?
Number 5, again, an American topic, but Charlie Kirk shooting.
Oof.
High, man. But it speaks to some of the cross-border nature of our...
Well, it was a heavy topic everywhere.
Yes.
Everywhere.
For so many reasons,
Yeah.
man. And look, for whatever you thought of the guy, we did this when someone may or may not have shot at Trump last summer, right? Like, this is not where you want your politics to go.
Right.
You can ask Franz Ferdinand about, not the band. They probably would have some comment, but not...
Take me out. I see where you're going there, Matt.
Number 6 was, new Pope. Which, again, doesn't feel like this year.
Yeah, May. It was only in May.
It was only in May. It sort of speaks to... I said this to somebody...
And do you know what the Pope's name is?
Paul Konerko.
Paul Konerko.
The big hurt, Frank Thomas. I don't
Peter Horacek?
No, I'm at least getting some White Sox out of this.
All right, I get it. Leo the 14th.
All right. Is that...
Yeah.
Yeah.
After the other 13.
Sure.
But I had no
You
idea.
got that many Leos out in front of you here.
Well, where's pious or innocent?
7 was tariffs. 8 was Trudeau resigned. 9 was TikTok ban, which was never going to be a thing in Canada, but I think a lot of people got pretty nervous they were going to lose their TikTok, a little cross-border
A
politics.
little itchy on that. What's going to happen here?
Number 10, Gulf of Mexico, which again, the president came roaring into office going, yeah, fuck, it's the Gulf of America. You'll call it what we tell you to call it. And a lot of people at first just rolled their eyes. And then all of a sudden, your tech giants were like, he seems pretty pissed. And all of a sudden, it's Gulf of America on Google Maps. And people are like, what are you doing? Yeah. Could you stop? Like, could you just have a backbone at all?
No.
No. God, no.
Well, because I'm going to be hauled before Congress again.
Yes. I can't imagine any other year where just simply, like, short of a nuclear weapon being dropped on the Gulf of Mexico, like how that even gets on the list, other than for the first month or so, this was a thing. This was what we were talking about. Of course. And it was so much of that Trump playbook, the flood the zone. Yeah. Hey, we're going to do some really ugly shit over here, but go look over there. We're going to change the name of this body of water. And we bought it hook, line, and sinker.
We're going to be punching priests to the ground over there and stealing people from their homes over here. Like,
Yeah.
But look at this. I'm surprised Four Nations isn't in here anywhere.
I would have thought
that was a big deal.
You'd know by now that hockey just worldwide.
Yeah, so in the Canadian one, to me,
and it will come up later, but it's not a big. It didn't land, and it's interesting that you bring that up, man, because that was a huge deal, and I saw so many American talk shows on ESPN or Fox Sports or whatever that never touch hockey, that bought into this. And for a few days, I don't know if they cared about hockey, but they were using it to bash basketball, right? Like how brutal that All-Star game had become. Yeah. And you were like, this, like they have now, the NBA has announced in 2026, their All-Star game will be USA versus the world. And I guess it's a worthwhile shot. And maybe it unites the US a bit. But can you imagine any scenario where this does anything for Shea to want to pass it to Jokic to want to, like, on the other side, it's just another team. Like, I don't think this is going to work, but it did become a big deal. The Four Nations is way bigger, I think, even than we expected.
Than the Gare thought.
Sure.
So, and to me, the gauge for this is always my younger brother.
Right.
Who has never once in his life, cared about sports. Yet,
what a loser.
He's phoning me and he's like, I got so emotional. And I'm like, and then he was also swept up in the Blue Jays thing. He lives in Toronto, right?
This is it.
He's just, these are the two things where
we've talked about it a few different times. Over the summer, when I go up to the cottage, my mom's irritated when I take over the TV with a Blue Jays game, right? And they'll go out and watch the sunset or whatever else. And when they come in and...
boring.
Yeah, we're turning the channel now. And I'll go upstairs and watch it on my laptop or my iPad or whatever else. Not during the playoffs, and certainly not once you got to the ALCS and the World Series. Like, she was as engaged. It swept people up, man. It absolutely belongs on the list of the most Canadian or most news-making events in Canada this year.
And so the 17-year-old in the house, her boyfriend was over in the summer, late summer, early fall. And I'm like, hey, so you watch any of the Jays? He's like, nah. He's like, I watched it when I was young. I'm like, you're 17, man. You are young. You're young right now. Like, what do you mean? When I was a kid.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're still a kid. Can you vote?
Yeah.
Can you enlist in the army? No. You're young. You're a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, but he's like, but when I left the house today, my mom and my grandma were watching it.
Right.
So he's like, it must be a thing.
That actually speaks a little bit to baseball's demographics issue that
but I think
he's still not watching, but mom and grandma
that was pre-playoffs, though.
Okay.
And I think obviously everyone was watching in the playoffs. It was a thing.
Yeah. No, and I've got nieces and nephews and whatever who couldn't possibly care less. But when you see them at Thanksgiving are like, are the Jays good? Like, tell me about Vlad. Tell me about what? I'm like, yeah, let's do that. Let's get you hooked right now, right? We can do that.
Yeah.
I didn't grab the entire top 10 list here of the most Googled people in Canada in 2025, but but I thought this was interesting, just the split. Take a stat. You probably get number one. Googled in Canada this year.
Mark Carney.
It is Mark Carney. And there's a lot of people here
That was
between.
Slightly condescending, but that's okay.
Well, just
You'll probably get
it. Could have very easily been like Drake versus what's his name down in the rap. This is also very telling that you and I
honest to God, man, and I just heard it earlier today. I was like, oh yeah, that's that guy.
They not like us, man.
With his diss
that
track.
guy. But no, it's Mark Carney, and then it's a bunch of politicians, and actually, like Zoran Mandani is in here. The I guess communist is going to take over New York City and ruin it for everybody, according to some. At 8, like there's literally between 2 and 7 names I barely recognize, and then at 8, Katy Perry.
Yeah.
And suddenly in Canada, in 2025, we're very interested in Katy Perry. I don't think she had a new album this year. I think this is for better or worse, your political views, she's popping up all over the world and meeting with Japanese diplomats.
I just saw her in Japan.
This is
That's
it,
what
man.
I was just going to say.
Her, I guess, star crush. It's. I think they're official now. I don't know how this works, but they are being photographed in public all the time. So, her relationship with Justin Trudeau has put Katy Perry on the most Googled people in Canada in 2025.
Good for Justin. Yeah.
No, I think so.
I think
he's got a few years on her too, right? Like
he's my age.
And I don't know how old Katy Perry is, but I still think the term I think of
She's
most.
your age.
All right. They should do a podcast.
Yes, they should.
Like 11, 12 people might listen to that.
They should come on this one.
Oh, we could do that. I hear Katy Perry's a big Beyond the Pale fan.
Justin's on your side. Katie and I hang
So I get to look at Katy across the table.
Yeah, sure, man. That's what floats your boat.
Rob's got one hand under the table. We can't tell which side it's reaching towards.
Listen, we don't condone that.
So this is the most interesting one for me in terms of the sports side of things, because the top 10 most Googled athletes specifically in Canada, 7 of them are Toronto Blue Jays.
Oh, okay.
Let's take a swing at just number 1.
Vlad is at number 4. Trey Savage.
Trey Savage is number 1. And I kind of get that. Who the fuck is this guy?
And is it Yes Savage? Is it Yes Savage? Like what?
To me, it's Yes Savage. Like, go get him, Yes Savage.
Yeah, no, but
it's not Yesavage. I've seen people trying to do that. No, we're not doing that.
And that is how I've heard it. And that was during the playoffs too. Yes Savage.
This is all part of it. We're trying to figure him out, right? He sort of showed up at the last minute, and all of a sudden, he's amongst your best pitchers. But yeah, he is number 1. Number 2 is Bo Bichette. And I think that tracks because there would have been a lot of things during the season late and early in the playoffs where you're Googling
injured,
when's he back?
Return?
Yeah, all these sorts of things.
Will he
and
sign?
now, now that the playoffs are over, what's he doing? Has he re-signed? Who's he maybe looking
status,
to?
all these things. Yep.
So I think that makes sense on that one. Number 3 is George Springer. And it surprised me a little bit because, like, obviously we know he had the great season. But what was there to Google about it other than, and a lot of this, I don't mean it to.
I bet you people are searching up that 3-run homer in the ALCS.
There you go. And that's a great point, man, that I hadn't considered because YouTube is part of Google. It's like, I'm going to watch that all day today, right? Like, I'm just going to leave that on repeat.
On loop. This is it.
So, yeah, that actually makes some sense as well. Plus he was injured a bit this year too. And I don't mean this at all in a condescending way. There's a lot of people who tuned in during the playoffs. Like, I think I know that name. Like, I've heard that. Oh, he was part of Houston, and now I'm down the cheating scandal thing.
Didn't he win a World Series with Houston and cheat? I'm pretty sure he did, and he was an MVP.
Right. I'm gonna give you here 1,000 guesses, and the good listener and me are gonna sit here.
Yeah.
At number 5, the first non-Blue Jay on the list.
And it's a Canadian athlete.
Google searched. It is a Canadian athlete. It didn't have to be, but it is a Canadian athlete. The most Googled athlete in Canada this
Is it
year,
a hockey
number
player?
5. It is not.
It is not.
No.
Is it Summer McIntyre?
No. And her name is Summer McIntosh.
Is it Summer McIntosh?
It is not.
Yeah, well, I don't know. That's a bit of a brain cramp there. So is it a female?
Yes. If you get this,
is it?
oh, he might have it.
Is it the
He might have it.
tennis player
It
from
is.
Montreal?
Yeah, where the Rogers Cup was
Yeah,
this
yeah.
year. Yes.
Nigerian born. Anyways, I can't come up with her name.
Vanessa Mbaku.
Okay. I was going to say Bamako.
Victoria Mbaku. So I've got
Come
it
on,
right
man.
in front of me and still botched it. I don't know what I thought your chances
It's Victoria, Matt.
We got another Blue Jay.
Do I get
at
half
6.
points for that?
No, you get nothing, and neither do I. Like it's literally on the screen in front of me.
In front of you. But I got the sport. I knew the
got
girl.
the
I just couldn't get.
I'll give you 0.2 on it.
All right. It's harsh, man.
Yeah, number 6, Max Scherzer. Number 7 is the only NHLer on the list this year.
Is it Sam Bennett?
It is not, but he's on his team.
Okay. It's Matthew Tkachuk.
No, Brad Marchand.
Oh, really?
And I think that must have something to do with his UFA status this year. And there was rumblings Toronto
That he was
will be
going to
interested.
Toronto? Yeah,
So
well-
that would boost your.
And it was him saying that.
Oh, sure. And he said it again. We played them last week. He's
Yeah.
like, they're fine. Don't even. Now, that was a troll job, too. But
Yeah. He's king of that.
that was actually a couple of weeks ago as I try not to break
Yeah.
the illusion.
Yeah.
So Brad Marchand, he got traded from Boston to Florida in 2025. He had a great playoff in 25, won the cup in 25. Many videos after that of him
Got a DQ
enjoying that
endorsement.
cup. Right. And then the rumblings that he may end up in Toronto, I'm sure all of that would have boosted him into, but still wild to think the only NHLer this year. But as I said off the top, 7 of the 10 were going to be Blue Jays. So number 8 is Ernie Clement. Number 9, Addison Barger. I have to assume that's partly because of, the big home run, but also he was sort of getting that love. I'm like, seriously, you're sleeping on David Schneider's couch in the hotel, which was a story for like a whole day or two during the World Series.
Yeah.
10, the only NFL one in here, Shedeur Sanders.
God.
Yeah, and that's the appropriate reaction. And like that may be in the top 50 terms on Google also. Like not just the Shedeur Sanders, but the exhale, the exasperation afterwards.
Cleveland Browns and Deion Sanders.
And honestly, good for you, Cleveland Browns, for cracking the list for, I don't know. It's
First time ever.
yeah, at least in Canada. Deaths in 2025. We're not going to go through all of these, but there's some things that stand out to me here. Like we did lose a lot of really powerful actors. Certainly Robert Redford was a big one. Val Kilmer, Gene Hackman. I actually had forgotten Val Kilmer died this year. That was my first Batman, like when I was watching the movies.
Really?
Yeah.
I wish
Well,
I wish that was my first Batman.
You've got the fucking Adam West and
No.
no.
The Michael Keaton.
I think he was second, was he not?
No, but my first, like in terms of seeing him in the movie. With,
Yeah. But wasn't Val Kilmer in Batman with Jack Nicholson?
No, that's Michael Keaton.
Oh, then that's my first Batman.
Okay.
Val Kilmer's in Batman Returns with Danny DeVito as the Penguin.
Which I have not seen.
Michelle Pfeiffer.
Hey now.
Yes. Looks great in a Catwoman. Either way, rest in peace, bud. But
Yeah.
apparently I cared about the other guy more.
Well, and
he's still kicking.
Michael Keaton.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's true.
Still kicking Michael Keaton. The reason I bring this up, and again, this is one of those lists we won't go through all of them, but the most searched death of 2025 is Charlie Kirk, American political activist. And I get it. It made news. It was a big deal. But, ahead of some of those names I just mentioned. And then number 2, Ozzy Osbourne. Probably the one that would have been most on your radar. I don't know. That's a stupid thing to say. You would have followed Charlie Kirk. And the actors I mentioned above, I I know the names. I'm not a movie guy.
Gene Hackman in a bunch of things, The French Connection, all these like Hoosiers, all these movies. But if you want to see a great Gene Hackman role, Mississippi Burning.
Okay.
That is a dynamite movie, and he's killer in it. Killer!
1992 Oscar nominee kind of thing, or
Yeah,
a little later.
Later, I think. Yeah. No, Mississippi Burning would have been late 80s.
Okay.
Anyways, and I was at home the day Charlie Kirk, I was watching the news actually when Charlie Kirk got shot. So
what you're saying is you don't have an alibi. Nobody saw you.
It's true. I was home alone. That is true. But they do have the guy, Matt. So
allegedly. Number 3, Hulk Hogan.
Terry Bollea.
Bollea, yes. That was one that registered for me. I'd sort of...
You've been taking your vitamins?
Yeah, said my prayers.
Yeah, doing all those things?
It hadn't gone that well.
Ripping open your
Fuck
shirt?
you, Hulk. The NWO, all of that. Like we talked about it at the time on the show, but you know, wrestling is what it is, and it's got this kind of silly place in pop culture, but that was a big name throughout the 80s and the serials and the cartoons and the WrestleManias and whatnot.
What about the dark sideburns with NWO?
The black beard and then the still lighter mustache.
Yeah.
It's a cool look, man.
Okay.
If you can pull that off, dye your stubble a certain color. And then
Yeah, okay. All right. You're digging it.
yeah.
All right.
Still to this day, have an NWO t-shirt.
I was going to say, still to this day, dyeing my beard.
Dropping the leg on people outside the studio.
100%, man. The atomic leg drop.
Number 4. Good for you, man.
Thank you.
They always just called it the Hogan leg drop, but its technical name was the bionic leg drop for some reason. And it is the reason that
I thought it was the atomic leg drop.
Yes, sorry. The atomic leg drop. You were correct.
Okay.
Yes.
You're dropping the ball over there, left, right,
That's
center.
what I do. I got a lot of moving pieces over here.
I know.
But we talked about this a year or two ago, or I don't know, maybe it was on the episode where he died like 5 or 6 inches shorter than and it was from constantly jumping up in the air, landing on your ass, and constantly compacting
your spine,
your tailbone, and your spine. Yeah, and I get it. People shrink with age, but it was dramatic apparently in his last.
How old was he?
I don't even know, 70 maybe.
Yeah, right.
He wasn't a.
But that's 5 inches.
It's big, man.
That's huge.
And you're a heavy frame as it is, and you're doing that every night in the early, like in the 80s, 250 nights a year, just falling right on your, yeah.
Yeah.
Couple of hip replacements and whatever else later, but
hobbling around.
So the reason I frame this the way it, and these are all worth mentioning, the Pope is at 9. Hulk Hogan is at 3. Diane Keaton at 4. The Pope Francis at 9. And it's a bit of a statement on where we're at as a society.
So, but this is worldwide searching?
Yes.
Okay. Because, yeah, Catholicism is taking a bit of a hit.
Sure.
It's not what it used to be.
It is funny now that I think about this. The Pope, not this Pope, it would have been John Paul in 2001 or 2000. There was some World Catholic Festival in Toronto in 2001 or 2002.
It was Catholipalooza.
Sure. Catholicism, wow. If you're somebody who's ever seen Dogma.
I have not.
Do it, man. What are you doing? When we wrap this up, go home, enjoy your holidays. I'll watch Mississippi Burning if you watch Dogma.
Does that have Alanis Morissette in it? Is she God?
She's God, man.
Yes, okay.
We all know this.
Yes.
It's ironic.
It is ironic.
So, Hulk Hogan versus The Rock at WrestleMania 18 is the only event in Skydome history who has ever trumped, I wish I hadn't used that term, the Pope.
Hogan and The Rock.
Hogan and The Rock at WrestleMania 18 is the most watched, or like most tickets sold, most people in the building, 68,000 and some odd for WrestleMania 18.
When is that? What year is that?
2002. March 17th. You and I are in Charlottetown. Now I'm missing WrestleMania 18.
Am I drinking beers?
Almost certainly. I think you're taking my Guinness.
Yes, guy. Who's drinking?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, that guy. We're doing that.
I'm drinking. Who's coming with me?
Yeah.
Pope is at 9. So trumped twice in his life/death.
Are you getting groped by old women with shamrock glasses?
Like right now?
I wish.
It's the holidays, baby.
Yeah.
Where are we going next? Pop culture. And look, I included a couple things here, but fuck, I don't know anything. Maybe you'll know something.
If you could clip that. I don't know anything.
I'll never clip that. You need to learn to edit if you want these things. I'll give you your own soundboard over on the other side.
Perfect. That's likely never going to have anything spilt on it.
Let's dodge that. The most Googled movie of the year in Canada was...
Wait. Movies this year.
Mm-hmm.
Am I going to kick myself? Like, is this be
It's
obvious?
Stupid.
No, go ahead.
It's not obvious, but it's Happy Gilmore 2.
Still haven't seen it.
See it once, and then move along.
Okay.
Like,
but
I think we talked about it at the time.
They didn't. There's no reprise of Till the Night Closes In. Like, no,
This is Rob teeing me up.
Yeah,
I used to be able to get up there. I can't.
none of that, eh? I wanna kiss you all over.
I think we talked about it at the time it came out. I love the first one. I can quote the first one. The second one, I watched it. I enjoyed it. Maybe once more in a group somewhere, but it's not going to have the same staying power. But people were excited. And this had PGA players as a part of it, which the first one did not because it was so stupid and it was an Adam Sandler movie or whatever. But that was the number one Googled movie in Canada this year.
See, and from the first one, for years, my hockey pool name was Suter McGavin.
Yes, that's right.
Why won't these people go back to their shanties or trailer parks?
Kicking a beach ball. And then after this, a bunch of shit I don't know anything about, man. And there's a few. The most Googled movie, as I said, was Happy Gilmore. The most Googled pop culture term was 6'7". I'm certain confused adults trying to figure. Like, I can't imagine kids still Google anything. They just walk by saying it to each other, and that's.
And it's other people going, "What the fuck is that?"
K-pop demon hunters.
Oh, there's a couple of ladies at work who are huge.
So I think
into this
is a streaming TV show. It's not a movie.
Yeah.
Is it a video game?
No, it's a streaming.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So that was. I've not seen 1 second. I don't know the. I know what K-pop is. I don't know how it's
also a band. I'm not sure. I think there's a crossover between.
Keep it locked right here, people, for someone who
for your K-pop info.
So this is it. K-pop demon. I know what K-pop is.
Yeah.
I don't know what this is. And the other big one that kept popping up was Love Island season 7. So I have heard of this. I can't remember if it was Sundays or whatever night it was on. Anytime I'd jump on Twitter while I was supposed to be editing this show, and there'd be people talking about Love Island, and I think it's exactly as. Have you seen an episode of this?
Even, but
no, the ladies at work, anything?
No, but the commercials were like omnipresent on the radio in the gym. Like, every day, the new season, or am I confusing this with the Bachelorette?
Oh, that's.
But
I remember hearing that on iHeartRadio all the time,
and it was introducing of the older, like the golden and the young, like everyone was going to all be in the same place. Or just Love Island? I have no idea.
But I think it's the same sort of. Yeah, well, the Bachelorette, somebody gets a rose and you get to survive. But I don't know if Love Island. I think Love Island was a little more racy, maybe because I think it was on like
racy
Netflix or HBO or
HBO After Dark.
Isn't most HBO? And like, that's the whole reason people get HBO.
It's quality cable TV, Matt. That's why.
I was talking to a friend of mine during the pandemic, and her and I are both huge Friends fans. And that was the year they were going to do the Friends reunion.
I'll be there for you. Yeah.
He won't, though. He's really going to just bust on you and
it's true.
Make fun of you.
It's true. It's not true.
And they were going to do the Friends reunion release on HBO. And she was like, "Hey, I don't have HBO. Do you have HBO?" And I was like, yeah, that's the channel with all the boobies, right? Like it's not going to be hardcore, but you'll get enough, right?
Isn't there boxing
Hey, have you
still on
heard
that?
early this year, because this became a thing several weeks ago, Michaela and Vanessa was in here
Oh.
talking about women's sports stuff.
Yes.
Intentionally being provocative. Yammer.
Oh no.
No. They were talking about a show called Heated Rivalry. Have you heard of this? It's not on the trending list.
I have not.
So it's apparently a fictional show.
Oh wait.
Yeah.
Is this with two gay hockey players?
Yes.
Well, I've only heard the commercials.
Okay, see, I haven't heard any commercials, and I hadn't heard of the show at all until the two of them came in here and were talking about. And now, like since then, over the last several weeks, it's everywhere.
Yeah.
Like people are getting, and I think it's Crave. I don't like it. It seems like it has to be.
Because the one guy's
HBO.
trying to keep it on the down low, and the other that's.
Sure.
You're not,
But like,
I keep hearing the things saying, "You're not going to tell anybody about this, are you?" What have we done? What have we done to?
Rob walking out of here after episode 1 of the Tall Can Audio podcast.
No one's going to.
What's happened? You're not going to tell anyone. Right?
No, I was sure nobody was ever going to.
No, exactly. And we're still here. But it's become a big deal, right? Like, and it's one of those, I don't know if it's actually HBO. Probably not, because they don't care about hockey. But it's on Crave, I believe. And they were busting on me because I had never heard of it. And so I was like, so is this like a documentary? Like, no. Like, but I can't, like, maybe it could be two anonymous men. Like, they do those things now, right? Like lots of these inside hockey. Anyway, they had this is a huge show this year. It's not on this list anyway. But suddenly I'm hearing lots of people talking about it on your different hockey podcasts.
Has
and
it
whatever
started
else.
though?
Oh, yeah. No,
okay.
we're at this point probably 5 or 6 episodes
Okay.
in.
I am hearing the
It's
commercials.
provocative.
It is provocative.
Yes. So yeah, love it. And this one, the last one in the pop culture area, I've put it here. You're a better man than me if you know what this is. I don't know if this is a band, a movie, a TV show. It just says trending at number 9, Labubu.
That's they're
Labubu.
Yeah.
So I may not even be pronouncing it. Labubu.
Labubu, I think.
Okay.
They're these little things you see
It's
people.
not Honey Boo Boo.
It's Honey Boo Boo is actually 100% cooler than these things. These are like these little collector things, and you see them on people's backpacks.
Okay.
They're just a little figurine kind of a thing, and people are like, I can make a pile of money on this.
Like back in the day when you get the trolls with the spiked hair, the little naked troll guys,
Yeah.
and not the same, Matt.
Are they naked?
1980.
Were they ever naked?
Some of them were.
These are
There's
more.
no parts painted on them.
Yeah, right. Look at that troll with the big hammer.
Had to root it up into his hair.
Can't stand up properly, that one.
That's a troll for sure, man. On the rest of us.
But yeah.
So no, is what you're saying. It's
but
not similar.
No, it is not. But that is the extent of what I know too. Is that people were like, oh, it's just another one of these. Like when people had those little Beanie Babies.
Yes,
they can be
Beanie
like,
Babies would be in my head.
These are going to be worth something,
Yes,
but and you're like, fucking, they're not going to be worth anything.
Furbies.
Yeah, so people have these little. So there may be 3-4 inch, like they're small, right? But people have little protector things that they have because they're going to be worth.
Not like our friend the troll.
No, no, good for him. But so yeah, that's to me.
Okay.
That's and my knowledge is
So is this a toy for kids or is it a clip-on for college kids' backpacks? Is it
no, it's a toy for kids.
Yeah, okay.
It was originally intended as a toy for kids.
Yeah.
That has sort of morphed into
Yeah.
more in terms of
Sort of like what
the
happened to
craze.
Snapchat.
This
It was
is it.
meant to be for kids and then it quickly became for anybody but kids.
Well, what happened when once you posted something, it was gone, and now it's like, oh, there's like I don't understand really how it works, but
No.
but
That's
that
why
was
you
the
and
idea.
I should not get these.
But that was the idea behind Snapchat, right? You
Yes.
posted something, you see it once, boom, it's
Yep.
gone.
It's true.
It's not the case anymore, am I right?
You are correct on this.
Thank you.
Speaking of things that you would want to bring up and then hope would forget forever, you and I haven't done this in a while. The year-end Pornhub statistics. That used to be its own episode on this show. I have not gone quite that deep because in the Pornhub
Deep.
world, I am not capable of going as
Matt
deep
and his
as,
trolls.
This is it, man. But yeah, you and I used it. Most searched terms, most categories, most in Canada and USA. How is it different around the world?
Brazil with their transgender porn.
So this year, fascinating you bring that up. The leading search term in Brazil, I don't have this in my notes, but I do remember it because I was like, good for you guys. The number one searched term on Pornhub in Brazil this year was Brazilian. Like, we're done with the rest of you people. We do it best down here.
Like just Brazilian.
Yeah.
Like Korean or Japanese or
transgender is in the top 3 in
Brazil,
Scandinavia, and Russia. Like that, you'd think that'd get you fucking killed in Russia, man. Like you can't have that. You got to have a VPN if you're searching for. VPN, by the way, folks, is a tech term. It's not a porn term.
Do not. Yeah, you can look that up.
Look that up. It's fine.
And it is safe for work. Because I remember a couple years ago, the last time we did this.
Yeah.
Transgender was number 1 in Brazil. Like,
it's moving east. They're over it. They're just back to searching their own.
Or maybe it's just moving south
from Brazil to Russia, and Scandinavia,
to Sweden. Yeah. Did you say Sweden or did you say Scandinavia?
I said it moved. The number 1 for transgender was Scandinavia and Russia.
Okay, northern climes, they like it. They dig it.
It's a long, cold winter, man.
Yeah, without your love.
Gotta move through a lot of things here.
Little Cinderella shout out there. Long, cold winter without your love.
This year, the U.S. and Australia had their number 1 search term was anything? You want to take a
lesbian?
Yeah, lesbian. It's never going to go old, man. Like that's as opposed to us in Canada last year. We were with them on lesbian, and if we're talking about getting old, MILF was the number 1 this year in Canada.
They're going to say Bush.
Oh, nope. I was not going to say that actually.
A good 70s Bush. Like, come on.
Well, in this moment, are we ahead or behind our friends in Australia and the United States? Like, have we evolved, or is this just an off year? We're looking for something different.
Well, variety is the spice of life, right? you do get a little tired of something. You want something new, something different. But let's just be honest for 1 second here. Mm-hmm. Well, not too honest, actually.
No.
Let's keep some of the cards close to the chest.
Rob's number 1 search is VPN.
Yeah.
What is this?
Lesbian.
I hear a lot about it. It's going to be awesome.
Lesbian is the safest, right?
Sure.
For your hetero male, there's no penises involved. It's just like...
Somewhere in the article here, and again, I didn't write down everything because we'd be here all fucking day.
Yeah.
One of the fastest growing for women viewers is gay porn.
Well, see, that makes sense to me. The same reason all these guys are searching lesbian is...
Is it the same? I guess.
Well... If I'm a woman and you're attracted to good-looking men,
2 of them's got to be twice as good.
Well, is that not why you search lesbian porn?
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
And I don't have to. There's no male parts included. You're like,
that's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Now again, women don't seem to be as squeamish about the female parts as guys.
This
do.
is what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm surprised to hear
guys get like, oh, is it? Well, looking at that penis. Don't look at that penis.
It's like 50% of the shot. It's probably 70% of the shot.
And not only because one person is adoring it, there's all things happening there. Like it's more than 50% of the shot.
I guess, and it's perspective, right? Women are probably like, if I get 2 of those, men are looking at like, man, 1 of those is more than I'm got. Like,
see, and that's all. That's all. So to me, that is in terms of that makes good sense to me. Okay. Except for in the lesbian crowd.
Sure. So worldwide, the top 5. What did I write down? I did get 5. Way to go, Matt. You did the little extra above the top, the podium. Yes. Worldwide, those were sort of categories or whatever. Top 5 most searched terms this year on Pornhub. You want to take it, for lack of a better term, run at any of these?
JOI.
No. Rob's looking for help. He needs some direction. I can't believe you waved already at...
No, but so search terms.
Search
so these aren't
terms.
These aren't categories.
You just roll in, you click on the little magnifying glass and take me right to what I want to see.
Ass to mouth.
Jesus, still no. Next, scrotum stomps. What is happening over there?
Well, you ask.
I did. Now, we don't need to see your search history, clearly. It's not lining up with, as far as I can tell, anyone in North America.
Okay.
Is it odd that North Africa and the Middle East are searching India more than anything else? Indian woman? Is it just sort of like there's a lack of supply on anything else because they're all too holy and like, no, that one's close enough. This will...
I don't know. Maybe it's more readily available.
Suddenly put myself in the most offensive takes in this section.
Yeah, I like it.
Number 1, hentai. For the 5th straight year.
It's cartoon. Is that what we're talking
essentially
about here?
Cartoon, 3D animation, cosplay, I guess, fits into this. I literally had no idea. I don't know that I knew the last time. Like, we haven't done this for 2 or 3 years.
There's non-porn hentai, am I right? Or is
I don't know about that.
Porn term?
It might be. I don't know, but I know that it's cosplay. It's like, I think it might even fit like your anime.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, it's a lot of. It doesn't sound, for lack of a better term, real, right? Like, I think it's, like you said, cosplay and animation and things like that.
Yeah.
So 1 for the 5th straight year. There's a whole world out there we're missing out on, man. 2, MILF.
Okay, well, Canada's right there.
There we go. Leading the world. 3, Pin A.
Pin A.
Pinay. It's apparently a new term for Filipino women. It's good for you guys arriving on the world stage.
And
this is worldwide.
And it's probably not a new term. It's probably just new to you and I.
Oh, it says in the article that I read, because I only look at this stuff for the articles, as you know.
Yes, I read it. I buy the magazine for the articles.
That Filipino women have been very high on these lists for a very long time, but this is a reasonably new term for them. I didn't get where it's come from, but Pinay, Pinay means Filipino woman.
Okay.
So it's safe to click on should it pop up in your recommendations.
Okay.
4, lesbian. 5, your classic anal. Doesn't say classic here. It just says anal.
How about any panal? Do we got any of that?
Jesus. Seriously, man. If you ever find yourself like, oh, this is it, I'm about to check out, text me. I'm going to go get your laptop before anyone else gets to it, and I will dispose of that properly for you. Because we don't need that on your epitaph or whatever.
Okay.
Rob, 1972 to, well, probably 27.
Yes, thank you for that.
Loves panel.
Yeah.
From what end of it? That's up to...
Anyways, you asked these questions.
I did.
I just give.
This is not a good holiday show.
I don't know, man.
You should all go back and see your families.
I just sat down.
You should take a minute. And...
Had a good beer. The beer was good.
Yeah, this one too, man.
Okay.
The maple sugar cookie.
Yep.
Delightful.
Sounds delightful.
Yeah. 9%. Gonna sleep good I'll settle down for a warm winter's nap, I believe.
Sleep good. I'm gonna sleep good. Gooder.
Yep.
Better.
Yep. I know.
I could go for seconds on Christmas dinner.
Mm-hmm. And some panel.
I don't know. I want to be first, I think, about this.
We had a nice show going here. You know what? I put it on the fucking list.
You did put it on the list.
Yep.
And I'm sorry for anybody who's offended by Matt's takes.
I kind of get the Pinay thing, though.
Which thing?
Well, just...
Well, and again...
The lure of the Orient a little bit, right? Like, can we still say that?
No, Orient is not a term that anybody uses anymore, but...
I didn't call anyone Oriental.
That's okay, all right.
How wide did that sweep? Would that have been a Filipino? Yeah.
It's pretty far south.
Yeah,
it's pretty far south.
I think in a lot of these people are going pretty far south.
Yeah. Right. See previous statement. But to me, every year you see how high Japan is or Korea. Like you see.
Well, for the longest time, man, when I would see hentai on this list, I just assumed it was a style
when you saw
of
it
Asian
on the
porn.
list.
Yeah, of course.
Yes, yes, okay.
Well, because I'd have known if I'd have clicked on it in the actual
earlier.
I assumed we were looking at like almost entirely anime and stuff like, which was probably horribly racist. Like that's an Asian word.
Yep.
It's got to be some crazy cartoon nonsense.
Yep.
And apparently it's not. Well, it kind of is, but
like
I had no idea what that term meant.
Octoporn, all these sorts of things.
Sure.
Okay.
We've maybe overstayed our by
I'm
1,600 episodes or
Yes.
so.
by at least a solid 12.
You know what? We haven't done this category in a long time, and it used to be its whole show. I think we've evolved, man. I think we're
You have.
yeah. Yeah.
Because I just come in and we talk about the things that we've decided.
Ass to mouth. Oh.
No. All right.
Okay. Sorry about this ass to ear that you've been subjected to in this episode of the show. Lots of good stuff up here over the holiday season. I have no idea in the moment when all of this is going to drop, but I can tell you on New Year's Eve, you'll get the annual kind of Brew Marsh celebration, Canadian Athlete of the Year, debated by, well, people drinking beer. Probably less ass to ear discussion in that. Probably. I can't swear it, but
Wait, you're suggesting the ass the year is only on episodes that I am in?
yes. And really, I coined the term. I got to get out there on
Yeah.
see if I can copyright that somehow, or
Well, and the
and
thing
hopefully
is,
find someone else to shoot it.
you readily join in on this.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not above this. In fact, sometimes I put these on the list just to see. I wonder where that goes.
Yeah. But you know where it goes.
I do.
Yeah. All right. I'm always here for that.
There you go. As I said, one more show to go. The Brew Marsh Awards on New Year's Eve with Michaela Schreider, Vanessa Sanchez, and Chris Hoffley joining me. That should be a lot of fun. I enjoyed this one, and I didn't really get to fully say it. There was a moment or two where I sort of pointed at it there, and let's throw the porn stuff away. Or not. It's fun. It's part of our culture. It's what we do. But I'm encouraged as we come towards the end of the year and we look at some of those searches, pre-Pornhub searches. It felt like a country reaching to understand better. I've seen people poke fun at this, that we were Googling so much, what are tariffs? I'm not going to understand what a tariff is, exactly how it works, what the levels were going to be, all of this sort of stuff. I needed a refresher once the douchebag down there started throwing the word around. He doesn't understand it either. As I said, he may have been one of the people most responsible for having that kind of thing trend so high. I like that Canada was searching, okay, I better understand this. How do the tariffs work? Okay, I don't know a lot about Mark Carney. We've got an election. I'd better try to learn more about Mark Carney. These sorts of searches, maybe I'm being overly rosy about it, overly optimistic about it. I see a society, and at least on this side of the border, still trying to just understand a little bit better. Just wrap your arms around it a little, because it's a big, scary world out there right now. There's a lot going on. And I like the idea that there's a lot, and I get it. We're all searching, who the fuck is Treya Savage, right? Like, what the fuck is Labubu? These are normal things that happen every year where we're trying to grasp something. But I like that there was so much about, all right, yeah, I should know more about Mark Carney before I go and cast a vote. Do I want that guy or not? How do these tariffs work? Is this good for us? Is this bad for us? Should we be doing counter tariffs? There was a lot in there in this episode that, to me, outside of the silliness, felt like whether we agree or disagree on something, this was an honest effort by a lot of people in this country to at least understand it better before we sit down and have these conversations or cast these votes or whatever's going on. So, Mark Carney, look, whatever you think of the guy, and I don't care who you voted for, was a name that sort of came out of nowhere for a lot of Canadians. Poilievre's been around for a long time. Singh's been around for a long time. Whatever's going on with the Bloc in Quebec and the Green Party and this and that, it's all legit, but there's a lot of people who just post up in Canadian politics and stay there forever. Mark Carney is new. I'm not here to tell you if he's good or bad, but I liked that people were at least trying to learn about him before deciding to vote for him or not. That's what I took away from that. Like I said, maybe overly optimistic. Same thing on the tariff. Same on a couple of these things. You guys know me. I'm not known for being overly optimistic. But that's what I'm choosing to walk away from this. Outside of the fun stuff, the silly stuff, the sports stuff, it felt like this year, perhaps more than most, Canada was making an effort to wrap our arms around. And again, Iran and the California fires. Just tell me what's going on. Help me understand a little bit better. Because there's a lot happening right now. And our tiny little monkey brains are not programmed to handle it all at once. But it sort of felt like Canada was making a good faith effort. We will make a good faith effort on New Year's Eve to close out the calendar year 2025 strong with the Brew Marsh Awards. Dropping, as I said, tomorrow, New Year's Eve. Always a fun show. Hope you'll join us then. My name is Matt Robinson. Thank you so much for listening to this one. We'll see you tomorrow.
I thought it generally sucked. I didn't think it was a specific suck. I thought it was like an all-encompassing type of suck. So, we're going to try and rectify that. But for right now, I'm going to be pretty pissed about it.